What's up, Scorpios? This is going to be a sun, moon, and rising reading for you guys, but there's a lot of weird astrological stuff going on at the moment, so always make sure to check your other placements. Probably in particular, you might want to check your Mars placement, see what sign that's in, and maybe check a reading for that particular sign. And this is going to be a general reading for the week of April 6th until the 12th. So let's start off by getting a picture of Scorpio, starting off next week. Where are you on April 6th? What is the energy surrounding you? Where are you standing? Knight of Cups, very Scorpio card. Possibly a lot of emotions. These could be quiet emotions. That's usually what I get with the Knight of Cups. But again, as I said, with all the astrological stuff that's going on, you've got Mars ingressing Aries. Aries is a very volatile sign. So this could be potentially some simmering emotions that are threatening to boil over. But this could just be you, looking for romance, seeking your purpose. Maybe you're on a mission. Maybe your emotions are high because your spirits are high. I always think of the Knight of Cups as moving with a sense of purpose, like he's moving directly towards his destiny. Look at how straight and upright he's sitting in that horse, holding out that chalice in front of him. Even if he doesn't know what he's facing, he's willing to face it head on. But let's get some more details to kind of flesh this out. We're going to have a little look at what's potentially crossing your path. This is like an energy that you're confronting or a person you're confronting. This is like the immediate problem, if you want to think about it, for this next week. And then we're going to look at the road behind you and the road ahead. And the road behind you kind of tells you what you're dragging into this week, what's still influencing you, what's affecting you, what your mind is still on, where your heart still is. So let's look at what's crossing your path. We've got the Hermit crossing your path. In the road behind, we have the Nine of Cups. In the road ahead, we have the Chariot. I'm getting the sense that some of you have been kind of resting on your laurels, or you've been waiting for an opportunity to do something and you're finally going to take advantage of it. Some of you are looking for recognition somewhere. The image I'm getting in my head is of like throwing your hat in the ring. Like some of you have something you've been wanting to do and you want to give it a shot. It's possible some of you may have been working on something in secret and now you kind of want to show off kind of what you've been working on. But there's a feeling here of being in the background and emerging into the spotlight. This could be somebody that takes notice of you too. Somebody in like an advantageous position who notices your skills or strengths and shines a light on you. You can see that a little bit with this Hermit, with his lantern. And you're stepping forward with this cup. That could be anything. That could be you making a declaration of love, or just like giving somebody your number or something like that, or taking a risk and talking to somebody you've been interested in romantically. It could be you starting on something that you're really passionate about, but there's a sense here of you moving directly towards your aim. And with the Hermit crossing your path, that looks to me like somebody lighting your way, like you're getting some help as you move towards something that you're interested in, the object of your desire, whether that's a person or a goal. You seem like you're getting some help here from the universe. And you're probably feeling pretty good. You're feeling stable, at least. I know with a lot of Scorpios, there tends to be a lot of instability. I know for me that's true. As a Scorpio ascendant, most of my inner life feels tumultuous. I'm very sensitive to upheavals in like the energy that other people hold. So I can sometimes feel very vulnerable when I'm in a social setting and kind of try to distance myself. And I do see a little bit of that with you guys in the cards as well. Like you're kind of trying to keep your distance, trying to stay safe maybe. And as you move forward towards something, there's like a helping hand from the universe that is helping you move towards whatever it is that you want. And with the Chariot on the road ahead, the Chariot is movement, obviously, right? That's what you want to see in the road ahead, is you moving towards what it is that you want. So I'm seeing for some of you potential travel somewhere. For some of you, it could be as simple as getting out of your comfort zone. But I'm getting that for most of you, this is you kind of putting your heart into something. Again, that could be a person, that could be a relationship, but it could just be something that you feel passionate about. I love that Hermit crossing your path too. That's who you want to meet as you're walking forward, is that Hermit. All right, so we're going to take a look now at the outcome. And I want to remind you that the future is never set in stone. Things are always up to you. This is just a potential that you might want to think about or you might want to be on the lookout for. So what is Scorpio moving towards here? All right, we had a little bit of a jumper here. We've got the Queen of Swords. I'm going to put that off to the side there. All right, and the outcome, I've got the Strength card. With the Chariot and the Queen of Swords, I do see you moving effectively. Many of you might be making an important decision. And with all of these cups in the background, the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups, I see you being very, very smart here moving forward. When you see a lot of cups like this, sometimes there can be a danger of you moving too emotionally, where you're not being logical enough. The Queen of Swords is incredibly logical, incredibly rational, very intelligent. Now, with that said, I'm seeing some of you discovering something. It's not just that as you move towards the object of your desire, your path is being guided, but a light is being shed on something secret, something emotional. Many of you could find yourselves recognizing some maybe secret motives in your own actions or in the actions of others. You might be very surprised to have, I don't know, like mini epiphanies that reveal to you why people are doing the things that they do. And Scorpio is always kind of like this, right? Like we're always sort of reading other people, seeing like, where are you coming from? What's going on in your mind? Now, I don't know how it is with all Scorpios, but for me as a Scorpio rising, I am constantly reading people and I'm constantly looking for what they're not saying, trying to read between the lines. And in doing that, you know, we Scorpios, we have a reputation for being psychic. It's like we can see through people. We can cut through their bullshit. And here I see that happening with some of you. You're carrying a lot of this Scorpionic energy, and it's going to be illuminating a lot of things about what's going on around you. Some of you have even gone through a period of immense emotional growth. That emotional growth is probably going to be revealing a lot to you during this coming week. As you move forward with the Chariot, some of you are moving towards new things, new jobs, new prospects. You're on the lookout for something new. You're on the lookout for your fortune here. Some of you are maybe a little bit ambitious. You could be looking for that raise. You could be looking for that promotion. You could be looking to just get out of what you're doing, thinking, I'm better than this. With the Queen of Swords, this is a decision. Some of you will be deciding to leave your jobs. Some of you will be deciding to move. Some of you will be making a decision that has emotional consequences, severe emotional consequences. Like I said, there's a powerful cup energy here, a powerful emotional component to whatever's going on. Some of you could be breaking with old routines, breaking with the past in some way, severing some sort of emotional connection that you have with something. I want you to notice the symbolic rhyming between the Knight of Cups. Look at how he's sitting. Look at how he's moving forward, holding that cup out in front of him. And the Queen of Swords, same kind of feeling here. Looking straight ahead, looking towards the future, holding out that sword. I'm seeing some of you making a decision that comes from a really deep emotional place, but some of you are going to be acting in a very cutthroat manner to get that. That's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Sometimes when you really want something, you kind of have to just say, it's my way or the highway. Or like, I have to do XYZ to do this, I'm going to do XYZ. And you know, to hell with the consequences. There's a lot of forethought here. I don't see you rushing into something. I see you making a calculated and intelligent decision and not just charging ahead. But you've got a plan here. Or some of you will be making a plan, especially with the Hermit. There's a lot of wisdom here. There's a lot of understanding. And you've got this Chariot here in the future. It's a lot faster than horseback, right? Yeah, you can move on horseback, but you can move a lot faster with a Chariot drawn by 2 horses. So I'm seeing this slow buildup. Like you start to move forward and you gain momentum bit by bit. So what does this mean for you for this week? Now, I haven't talked about the Strength card, but look at how much confidence there is in this card. This is a wild beast, and this woman with no weapon, no armor, is just casually dominating it. There's a tough situation here ahead, but you've got everything at your disposal to see it through. You already have a well of wisdom in your past. You've got a lot of understanding, and you're comfortable here. There's no insecurity as you move forward. You might be a little bit slow at first. People might not see what you're doing, but they will eventually. When you speak up, people are going to listen. Nobody ignores the Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of Thought. Quick, sharp, effective. Sometimes because of that, she can be a little bit sharp-tongued. So be a little bit careful about that, but I don't really see that being an issue because it looks to me like your emotional understanding is going to be carrying you very well here. The Strength card is like you've learned something. Strength alchemically comes after the blackening, and the blackening in alchemy is associated with death, which is Scorpio. But strength comes after that. It's like the wisdom of Scorpio put into action. Now, a lot of Scorpios really like control. A lot of Scorpios are obsessed with control. And the Strength card is kind of you having control over a situation, and you probably like that. It's like you have the upper hand. That's the word. That's what I'm looking for. It's you have the upper hand here. So from the start of next week, I see you kind of moving comfortably, moving confidently. I'm not necessarily seeing like a Leo energy here. Leo moves confidently and attracts attention. This is not so much like you're attracting attention, but you're attracting the right kind of attention from the right people or the right person. It's not that the crowd notices you. That would be Leo. This is like an important person notices you. It could also be that you find that as you move forward with something that you feel passionate about or that you feel is very important, what would otherwise be a tricky situation is for you navigated effectively. navigated wisely. So if you want to do something this next week that is kind of close to your heart, or that has been on your heart, something maybe that you've wanted to speak on or that you wanted to act on, it is going to be a good time to do that. If you've been waiting to make a decision about something important, this coming week might find things coming together, or it might be a good time to just take action. With the Knight of Cups and the Hermit, you are equipped to handle whatever complications come your way. So if there's some sort of financial downturn, I'm seeing that most of you have saved up for a rainy day to kind of cover that. Or even that some of you have accumulated some financial savvy that other people might not have that allows you to kind of get through it with no problems. There's a lot going on here of just like you being very wise and comfortable and smart. It's like the heavens are kind of smiling on you here. I mean, just notice, for instance, how much major arcana energy we have here. We have the Hermit guiding your path. That's hidden knowledge. That's secret knowledge. I can see this as being that Scorpio perspicacity, that ability to read people, that ability to read a situation. You've got the Chariot as well. That is the universe prompting you to move. The universe wants you to get started on something. The universe wants you to get moving somewhere. And with your past as the Nine of Cups, turning into the Knight of Cups, that's going from a sort of stasis or comfort into action. So I see you making action before you really feel the heat of needing to move. So by the time the universe is really demanding, like, hey, it's time to get going, it's like you've already kind of set your dominoes up. All you got to do is knock them down. You've also got the Strength card in the outcome. That's more major arcana energy. Like I said, that's you having the upper hand, you having the knowledge, you having the background. Notice in the image that it doesn't take any work to dominate this lion. It should take a lot of work. There should be fear here, but there isn't. I want to point out one more thing, and that's in the past, this Nine of Cups. I just want you to look at all of that yellow there. It's like the sun is shining. Now, that doesn't mean that your past is all sunshine and rainbows. What it could indicate is that you're able now to look on your past and understand it for what it was, and to get some sort of meaning on it. It's like there's a light being shed on your past. You're able to see your past in a new way. You're able to see the reason why you went through the things that you went through. There's some energy here like that. There is an indication here for some of you that you're going to be having that experience. Even if your past has been dark, filled with all sorts of terrible tragedies. I know my 2025 was not great. There's going to be a new light cast over it that allows you to see it more clearly, or in a, quote, positive light. In the road ahead, we've got the Chariot, and look at the yellow sky there too. There's sunlight in your future as well. In the outcome, more sunlight, more sunshine. I'm getting for a lot of you that the Aries season, at least as it's starting out, is going to be a very positive time for change. It's going to be a very positive time for you to take action. It's really funny because Saturn is in Aries, and a lot of Aries are going to be feeling the weight of that. Aries and Scorpio are kind of sibling signs because they're both ruled by Mars. Aries is kind of the impetuous child that wants to charge ahead. Scorpio is the more feminine, passive version of that. Watchful, observant, calculated in its movements. That's what I'm seeing here, and I'm seeing that Saturn is kind of blessing you because of that. Quick, impulsive actions are not being favored right now. It's this kind of slower, more intuitive, scorpionic action that is being favored. At least that's what I'm seeing here. The Chariot sometimes associated with Cancer, that's water. The Hermit is often associated with Virgo. That's meticulous care, that's preparation, that's getting your things in order. And the Knight of Cups, to me, is the Scorpio card. So I'm seeing a lot of you kind of being blessed here in this moment. There's a bit of a warning here too for you Scorpios that are not so careful about your movements, not so careful about what you get into, maybe a little too impulsive, that you're going to have to reel that in. But for the typical Scorpio, this is going to be a very positive week. All right, Scorpio, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonated for some of you, and if it did, please hit that like. That pushes this video to more people, and somebody else might need to hear this message. With that said, I've got to head out. Thank you for spending some time with me, Scorpio. I wish you the best. I will see you guys next time.